Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here, bringing you a quick hero overview of the new hero that's released. That's on the banner this weekend, Adeline. I would say she's one of those heroes that very much fall into the niche bucket. Um, I don't necessarily feel like she's a hero you want to get um, early or even mid game. She's a hero that's going to really help you pushing the final stages of maybe the desert stages faction abyss, or if you're pushing for a really high score on Wuthering Coast. Because Wuthering Coast is like right now I think it's HP burn that has the lowest damage ceiling. This might be able to change that with the way her mechanic works. So let's first get into her skills, then we'll do a little bit of damage comparison um, and get into it. Basically, you can think of her as a single target HP burn hero that's going to take advantage of HP burn stacks on the enemy and then consume it to do a heck of a lot of damage. She also ramps up slowly over time, and a keyword, very slowly over time. It will take a lot of turns to get her to full potential. I've been going at it for a while, and she's only been at 5 stacks here on the little heart here. We'll explain all of it later, but you can get to a maximum of 12, and I've taken a lot of turns so far, um, and we're only halfway there. So us get into the explanation of the skills on Adeline before we proceed any further. So Adeline, all of the skills are basically single target. Um, Basic attack, very simple. Her damage is all split between direct damage and HP burn. It'll be scaling off of max HP. Of course, you want to build her with a lot of mastery and HP. From building out damage wise, it's not too difficult. You don't actually need effective hit based on how her skill set works. Yes, there is a part where she does 3 stages and HP burn to a single target hero. There's a chance to inflict HP burn. In reality, how you're actually using this hero, you probably won't be using her to be dealing a lot of the to be the one that's leaving the HP burn. You'll be using the other heroes in the setups for Wuthering Coast or for trying to kill the boss, in teams with her. So really, you're actually using her to just remove the HP burn and just push further. Like your base attack doesn't even have HP burn, so this is sort of like direct damaging with HP burn. Um, just forget about building effective hit. Not gonna be worth it. Um, Her passive is an essay, so we'll get into the essay later. Let's talk about, just in general, the basic skills first. So we talked about the basic skill. This one is you do 3 stages of damage, max HP and HP burn. There's some chance to inflict HP burn for 2 turns. So you can go maximum up to 3 HP burn dots from this. But again, the chance is low. If you want to leverage it, you really need to build effective hit, which is not ideal for maximum damage optimization. Finally, the last stage is again you do 5 stages of damage, so 3% and 3%, which scales up, I think, to 4.2. So 4.2, and then if the target has HP burn, now you start removing the HP burn layers. So you can remove all 5 HP burn dots, and then you do extra damage based on scaling up your max HP as HP burn damage. So think of it as like the Dakota of HP burn as opposed to poison. Like Dakota, if you remember what that hero does, is removes all the poison layers and then do massive amount of scaling off the number of poison layers removed, right? This is like removing all the HP burn for extra damage. So really good in Wuthering Coast because you're going to be using all HP burn heroes, but this is now allowing you to reset and reuse all of those HP burn for extra damage and doing a lot of HP burn damage without actually leaving um, buffs on the debuffs on the dot on the target. Now let's get into the essay in terms of what all the passive does. Uh, Basically, there are three different, unique little buffs on her. The first, and basically every time when you activate a sunset orb, you're going to be getting a microcurrent and a crimson flash. Crimson flash kind of runs out every turn. Once at higher exclusive, it runs out every 2 turns. But this is basically getting you mastery buff up to 10 layers. It actually gives quite a bit. Each layer is 12%. So you can get a max of 120 mastery boost, which is a massive amount. However, the chance of you getting to 10 layers is very difficult. Most of the time, you're sitting around 5 to 6 at higher exclusives. Then you got microcurrent, which means if you got 8 layers of it, it will cast Crimson Thunderstrike on a random enemy. So Crimson Thunderstrike allow you to it's a decent skill, right? And allow you some extra HP burn on the enemy. So again, in a boss environment where there's only one enemy target, this works really well. And then finally, when you activate, I guess in total 8 times, I think, whenever you use the microcurrent, you will get 1 layer of sunset light. So basically, you're activating this orb 96 times before you get to full stack. But each stack actually gives you quite a bit. I'm at 5 stacks right now, and 5 stacks has increased my HP. Hold on. So we're at 840,000, and my base HP was 600,000 when I set it up. So each layer gives you 8% HP, I guess. And we're at five layers, so each layer is 8% HP. I think it says actually in the description. Does it? Yeah, each layer. The skill damage goes up by 12%, HP goes up by 8. So yeah, it scales up a lot. You get scale damage out of this as well. So by the time we fully max it out, like she's gonna be hitting crazy. So it's about the number of turns you can get her to take on boss wave. The sooner you max out Sunset Light, you're going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage. We're going to try that in a bit and compare like just how it feels at the very beginning and when she's at full cap. Now the exclusives, exclusive one really just reduce the amount of damage it takes to activate Sunset Orb. So activating Sunset Orb takes will require her to drop 8% of her max HP. So exclusive won't allow you to, one, activate it more often. So it tries to activate it 2 more times and cut the damage she takes herself by half, which is very important. And then, yes, she's not going to completely kill herself. She gets to heal herself every time with microcurrent. So 50% of her max HP. So half of her HP is restored every time it's activated. Exclusive 2 allows Crimson Flash to last until the end of the next turn. So basically, so you get 2 turns for Crimson Flash. So it's now possible to stack up to 10 layers because you will kind of use the skill 2 and then maybe the ultimate plus your allies making a turn. Um, sorry. When your allies are using active skill, you get another layer. So it's possible for her now to get a full stacks. But again, it's very hard to maintain at high stack levels. Finally, Crimson Flash is additional, increasing the HP burn by 6%. So each layer of Crimson Flash further boosts the HP burn damage on top of mastery. So yeah, the damage scaling is very, very high. Okay, we're gonna get a sense of how much damage she actually does right now. And again, HP burn ignores defense. So the whole thing, the fact that we're testing on these enemies doesn't really matter too much. But let's just get a sense of how much damage it does. We're gonna reset it here. Just gonna pick a neutral target. Now you're going to see a total of 10 damage hits, but you can see each of the HP burns there is already doing close to 2 million. For a 7.5% scaling, I think, for the extra damage part. Um, and this, we're only starting out with like 100% base mastery. All of this 120 extra is coming from the the mastery boost herself. There so there's skill damage. There's additional mastery. We started with um, yeah. So she got 140% boost mastery. So so each layer is basically giving 10 it's giving 10%, sorry 20% additional mastery because of all the exclusive and stuff. So that's a ridiculous amount. Um, Everybody started at 600 KHP and 100% mastery. And just so that we can put things into perspective, right? Just look at the amount of damage here, again slowly, for the HP burn component. Like the HP burns are like a 1 million each, for a skill that's supposedly scaling off of at 4% of our max HP, so 5.5% of our max HP. Um, just to put things into comparison, we're gonna uh, see these HP burns coming out of, the other heroes, right? It's 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 not comparable at all, and she's not even fully um, at her max stacks, right? Her max stack is gonna have 12 of these little hearts. Um, so yeah, hopefully the explanation is clear enough to show you what she's really meant to do. She's meant to basically uh, be a hero that helps with Wuthering Coast, take advantage of HP burn that is excessively loaded onto the enemy, clear it up, and do crazy amount of damage, single target. That's her role. So if you're looking to push those final stages for like trying to break to the 9 billion, the 12 billion, the 16 billion on the Wuthering Coast, she's definitely the hero you need to get. It's a must-have. For the average player, I don't think you really need her at this point in the game. So hopefully you enjoy the overview, helps you with your decision making this weekend. Um, and if you enjoy the content I continue to bring to you, please like and subscribe. Take care, everyone. Gandalf out.